we get going today, I'm gonna get my stroke on a little bit. Show you a little bit of the posture. Step back. Stroke feel good. Ooh, terrible first swing. Tree land. I say tree land about 200. Welcome, namaste, family. Everyone, back in nature. It's the park today, but it's still nature. Still have a nice view, nice field. I like the two-tower tree scene right here. Always bring a certain amount of motivation. Sun usually come up east, right over the trees. It's always a good feeling. I usually come out here to play golf too, for free. They have I say about a 300-yard stretch. If I can get over those trees, from there, from the court, it's generally about 300 yards. I did like 3 of them today. Out of I hit about 20 balls. I didn't do much. Just was working on the stroke, swing. Let's get right into it. So yesterday I'm reading a book by Wayne Dyer, Dr. Wayne W. Dyer. The book was published in 1997. I would say probably 10 or 12 years ago I had the book, never got to it. Something happened, I don't know, the book disappeared. Well, I found the book in a bookstore, long story short, and I began reading it mainly because I'm watching motivational videos and Wayne Dyer pops up and he was talking about the Tao, so I sort of got more into the Tao just for trying to figure out the philosophy of what he was talking about. So maybe 2 weeks after I heard him talking about the Tao, I'm in a bookstore and I see his book. It just pop up. So I get the book. It's called How to Manifest Your Destiny. Oh my God, excellent read. I couldn't put it down. Now, I've heard a lot of things when it comes to manifestation. When it comes to manifesting, I've been studying manifestation for a long time, and I do believe it's possible. So, I give him a read because he sort of touched me in a different type of way with what he was saying in this one particular video, so I wanted to know more about him, learn, listen to some more of his seminars, lectures, things of that nature. But I found this book, phenomenal book. This 5th principle really came home. Really came home. So much, I had to take notes, which generally I don't do. I sort of let the book enter me in, let it out, let it in, let it out, read it maybe a couple times. But this 5th principle in Wayne Dyer's book, the book is called Manifest Your Dreams. The 9 spiritual principles for getting everything you want. Now, in this 5th principle, I'm not going to get into the whole 5th principle, but he gives you some ways on how to practice manifesting the things that you want. And these are some of the things that he feel you might have to do. And I've heard a lot of these things, but he put it right there in your face like this, here it is. So I thought I'd share it because it kind of got there. Practice doing what you love and loving what you do each day. If you are going to do something, then give yourself the benefit of not complaining about it. Give yourself the benefit of not complaining about what you have the responsibility to do, that you chose, what you chose to do in life. Why are you complaining about it? You chose that. Instead, love the activity. Love it. Bring it in. It's who you are, it's what you're doing, so you have to love it. Your theme here is, I love what I do what I love. This puts you in spirit and literally provides you with the enthusiasm for being a worthy of God's grace. Did you hear that? This puts you in spirit and literally provides you with the enthusiasm for being a worthy recipient of God's grace. The word enthusiasm, by the way, comes from the Greek root entheos, which literally means to be filled with God. You have to love what you do. If you going to work every day, going to a job just over broke, and you don't love it, I empathize with you. From the bottom of my heart, I empathize with you. Going to a job you don't like can cause illness, dis-ease. It really can. It can touch you in places that you don't want to be touched. It can bring out anger that you don't want brought out in the workplace. When it's time, it's time. If you don't love it, you shouldn't be doing it. Find something you love to do. If you love to stock stuff in a warehouse, do it. If you love it, if you think that's your niche, you can get it done faster than other people. Long as you love it. If you love cutting grass, cut grass. If you love being a builder, be a builder. But if you're a builder, don't go cutting a lot of grass and think you're going to be happy. You could make all the money you want at a particular thing, but if you're not happy doing that, eventually you will self-destruct. That's just how because you're not asking for it. You're not, what you're calling for is you're going to get what you're calling for. So even if you got millions because you did it this particular type of way and you really wasn't in that particular type of way, eventually you're going to call on that which you really want, because you really didn't want this. No matter how good someone else may, or some other group may perceive that to be. So we have to do what we love to do in life. Every day, all day. And when you get to develop a habit of doing what you love and staying focused on that and making money off of that, you can breathe a whole lot easier. It's a lot of peace in your life. Trust me, I know. Here's another one. Make every effort to remove internal habits of pessimism, negativity, judgment, complaints, gossip, cynicism, sarcasm, resentment, and fault-finding from your vocabulary and your inner dialogue. I'm going to repeat that. So he pretty much saying, if you want to manifest things in your life, if you want to think about things and see them materialize in our outward world, not tomorrow, but eventually things come to you faster. If you want those things if you want that type of power, this is what he's saying. Pessimism, dead. You have to believe the cup is half full, not half empty. Negativity, everybody know what it is. No negativity. If you see negativity, run from it. Close your ears. Don't do it. No judgment. Stop judging people. No judgment. It's hard to manifest things when you're judging people, because what you manifesting is yourself. That person is yourself. So if you judging yourself and don't like yourself, you don't like parts of God. You saying God did something wrong when you start judging stuff. Oh, it ain't perfect. You saying he ain't perfect. That means you ain't perfect. How you gonna manifest? You can't manifest things thinking that God is negative and God, nah. And when I say God, I mean everything. The everything of everything is what we're calling God, the universal everything. You have to believe in it, and it'll believe in you, and it'll start giving you believing it, and that you can ask for it, and it'll come. But when you start dissing it like that, it start dissing you. Stuff start going real slow. Like you might have thought that and it comes to you 20 years later instead of 20 minutes, or 2 years, or 2 months. Negativity, judgment, complaints. You can't complain about shit. Ain't no complaining in this lifetime. You did this. Everything that you see, everything around you is your reflection of what you created. And you complaining about it, it's perfect. You chose this video game right here. Whatever video game you playing, you chose it right now. This sim game, you got on it, so I want to play this game right here just like this. And then you was born and you playing it. And you mad because you don't like the game you chose. You don't like the scenery you chose. Get over it. You have to enjoy and love it because you chose it. And I'm confident in myself to know that I chose the right thing, good and bad. Think about you playing the video game. You got the good times. It's scary. You falling, and then you got the bad times. You like, man, this game is taking forever. Like I can't never get off this board. But you do when you go to the next level and the next level. Same way. This is the same thing. That's life. Resentment. You can't hold resentment. Let things go. People walk around with they negative. With things that happen negatively to them, like it's a badge of honor. Yeah, I got shot at. Nah, man, leave all that negativity in the past. When you bring negativity into the present from the past, you bring that same negativity with you. You keep building on negativity. You can't. There's no good foundation on negativity. It's just not. It's just a shaky foundation. Fault finder. Don't be that person either. Fault finder. Oh, look at her shoes. Look at those. What are those? Look at that. Every time you look around, you gotta say, why they looking like that? Why they wearing this? Why they do? Worry about yourself. That's what they supposed to be doing. What you supposed to be doing? Because right now, if that's what you're supposed to be doing, not manifesting the things that you want in life, by doing what you're doing, then keep doing it. But if you want to manifest the things and you feel like that's your destiny to manifest things, then you got to stop with the fault finding, with the just picking, that don't look good. Some things might not be aesthetically pleasing to me, but I still accept them for what they are. I don't like how most of these young kids dress, but that's an opinion and I recognize it. I don't like how these people dress. I mean, that's just an opinion. I ain't saying I don't like it, I wouldn't dress that way. Not to say the way is bad, I just wouldn't dress that way. But you do you. That's the attitude we gotta have. Let people do them. Look the way they want to look. It's not up to you to decide how somebody look. It's up to you to decide how you look, how you feel. And you the only one that know that either. How you feel. So how would you know how somebody else feel when you barely know how you feel? Did you get that? You are the only one who knows how you feel. And you understand that, so how do you go and try to know what somebody else feels? Even if they tell you, don't mean that that's exactly how they feeling. People get spent all the time, like, how you feel today? I'm okay, I'm fine. And they be down in the inside about to kill themselves. And they'll still say, oh, I'm fine, I'm just doing okay. So, you gotta let all that resentment and fault finding go. We gotta get it out of our vocabulary, and out of our inner dialogue. Gossip. Oh my God, we ain't even cover gossip. Just if your only conversation is talking about some other person and what they doing or not doing, get a life of your own. If that's your only conversation, you are very negative. That means you're a negative person. If the only thing you talk about is other people. It's a quote that says, "Great minds." Hold on. How do the quote? Small minds imitate doubt. Mediocre minds, they talk about events. Great minds, they get together and they come up with ideas. If you want to be an idea person, have a great mind, you have to come up with ideas.